It is the News Blitz with Randy Wang on Talk Radio 790 KABC. We're here every single day, 5 to 6, talking about the local issues that matter to you most and taking your phone calls. You're an active participant in this show, so let's play along. 800-222-KABC, 1-800-222-5222. Happy Friday, everybody. We're finally here at the end of the week. This is the 20th hour of broadcasting for me this week. Broadcasting solo. I've been in for Johnny every day this week, so I'm doing every day noon to 3 plus 5 to 6, and it's been a lot of fun because we've taken a lot of calls, and it's been really, really great. Now, here's how Fridays work on the News Blitz. If this is your first time joining us, it's totally open phones. You want to talk about something that we discussed earlier in the week on this show or on John's show? You want to talk about something that you think we should have talked about? You got a food recommendation, you got a wine recommendation, you got a question you want to ask, whatever it is, if you couldn't get on the line earlier this week, you want to comment on something, give me a call, 800-222-KABC, 1-800-222-5222. We had some great topics this week on the News Blitz, including the fast food minimum wage increase, where I want to know if anyone's ever overdone it at the drive-thru. We talked about the new possible state law that would require personal finance education to graduate high school. We asked if a woman who wasn't wearing a bra on a Delta flight was discriminated against. And of course, we asked if you thought it was okay that Perch in downtown LA was charging a 4.5% security fee on all the bills. On top of all that, I did 15 other topics on the John Phillips Show this week. So if you missed any of that, you can download the podcast at kabc.com. But another thing that I like to do on Friday, because it's the weekend, it's time to really enjoy ourselves. It's happy hour. And happy hour, I like to talk about food or I like to talk about wine. And since top of mind this week has been the fast food minimum wage law, and most people, when you think of fast food, the first thing that pops in your head is hamburgers. It's burger time, everybody, because while this law only really affected the major chains, I would guess for the vast majority of you, your favorite hamburger does not come from McDonald's. It doesn't come from Jack in the Box. It might come from In-N-Out Burger, but I bet you know some burger joints that you love even better than the major chains. And we want to give love to the burgers of Southern California today. So if you've got a burger that you absolutely love right now, I want to hear it. 800-222-KABC, 1-800-222-5222. I'll tell you personally, my favorite right now, for a few reasons, but my wife and I love to go over to the Villages in Woodland Hills. That restaurant, Eureka, right there in the front, we're big fans. They got great drinks. They got great food. Their burgers are tremendous. They have a whole bunch of different kinds, including a bone marrow burger that I used to get over the years, but their double smash burger is my favorite. It is so great. They press the burger down so it's got that lattice effect, and there's caramelization all over the cheese, the aioli they put on it, and the fact that they have a gluten-free bun, which means my wife can actually enjoy how a burger is supposed to be eaten, like a food hug. I'm a big fan. But there's plenty of burgers out there that I don't know about. So if you got a favorite burger place right now that you'd like to give a shout out to, give us a call, 800-222-KABC, 1-800-222-5222. But it is totally open phones, so you can talk about anything you want to talk about. This is your place to blast away. We are the sounding board for Southern California. This is the only place that's taking your phone calls. Maybe for good reason, but we're happy to have you. 800-222-KABC. Let's start with Gene in Mariloma. Gene, hello.
Good afternoon, young man. Regarding back to, I believe it was Tuesday, when you were talking about Thurmond putting on the ballot issue as far as the kids have to graduate with an economic class. I think they should also apply that to everyone that's running for the state assembly and state senate, because apparently they know nothing about economics either. Thank you.
I think that is a great idea. On all local levels of government, all politicians should have to take classes on personal finance. And you know what else? It would be an interesting discussion. You know how like the major politicians have to release their taxes? Forget that nonsense. I want to know what your credit score is. I want to know how well you handle your own finances if you want to handle the budget of a subnational giant like the state of California or the city of Los Angeles or the county of Los Angeles. Because you should know better. I want 800 scores. I'm almost at 800. I'm at like 794. And now that I just got my American Express Hilton Honors card so I can get the 100,000 point bonus, I think I'm going to get up there. I think I'm going to have an 800 credit score, which is fascinating because 10 years ago, I had a credit score that I didn't know you could get. It was that bad. 800-222-KABC is the phone number. Totally open phones. More topics, better variety, to quote the great John and Jeff, and your phone calls. And the best burger, your favorite burger in Southern California, 800-222-KABC. Let's go to Morris in Santa Fe Springs. Morris, hello.
Yes, good afternoon. You were speaking earlier about the 99-cent only stores closing. That's just the beginning. Our government.
Who do you think is going to be next?
Well, yeah, you're going to have many of the smaller stores closing because when the minimum wage goes to $20 an hour for flipping hamburgers, you're going to have the surrounding businesses have to raise the wage too to compete with the hamburger flipper job because employees are going to quit. Employees are going to quit and then have to raise the retail markup on the merchandise itself. Keep in mind that most of the businesses operate on a small net margin. It goes by the gross markup, by the volume what the store does. Earlier, various people calling about the shoplifting, the vandalism from the homeless. That is not the problem. From the shoplifting, the vandalism, the store may lose $200 to $400 a day in merchandise. That is not the problem. The problem is the labor. As the labor goes up, the state of California raises the state compensation insurance goes up too because it's on there's a flat rate policy, then there's a tariff, and then a percentage of what the employee earns. Everything goes up, so the 99-cent only stores decided enough is enough, close the stores. And it gets back to our governor. Go ahead.
Well, you thinking that the 99-cent store story today is the canary in the coal mine?
Yes, that's just the beginning. All right, that's just the beginning. We're going to head for a recession. That's just the beginning. People can't pay rent. They can't live in California. Everything is too high. When everything is too high, the crime breeds. It's just more vandalism. People on the streets. It's just the beginning. All right, and our governor doesn't get it. So we are in great shape, and I'm ready to move away from here. If
that happens, Morris, if that happens, make sure that you get that KABC app so you can listen to us wherever you move to, because it might be cheaper in other states, but the talk radio will not be nearly as good. So make sure you stick to this station right here. We'll entertain you wherever you are with that KABC app or KABC.com. Thanks so much for the call. It's totally open phones here. 800-222-KABC is the phone number. Let's go to Daniel in Huntington Beach. Daniel, hello.
Hey, how's it going? I moved to Idaho in 2018, but I grew up here. Best burger in California, hands down. If you're ever in Newport Beach, kind of like a dirty little bar called Cassidy's on Newport Boulevard by the Newport Pier. I don't know what they do to these things. They are mind-blowingly delicious. Every time I come back, I make a trip down there especially just to get a burger. They are incredible.
At Cassidy's Bar and Grill in Newport Beach. That's your best burger in SoCal.
Yeah, they're unbelievable. I guarantee anyone who goes won't be disappointed.
You know, I'm going to tell you something really funny. There's a website called visitnewportbeach.com, and they have a page for Cassidy's Bar and Grill. But I swear, the picture that they used for the burgers, they look just like In-N-Out. I don't think Cassidy's does that. I think the website that I found is like, no, that's just any burger.
It's possible. I don't know, but and I like In-N-Out. Don't get me wrong, but they blow In-N-Out away. Their burgers are insane.
Oh, a local place, every time it's going to do something different to impress you. Daniel, thanks so much for the suggestion. That's Cassidy's Bar and Grill in Newport Beach. That is his favorite burger in Southern California. Since it's fast food week, since we're all talking about the minimum wage, let's give love to all the mom and pop burger joints. What is your favorite one? Could be a chain as well. If your favorite burger is In-N-Out, tell me all about it. If your favorite burger is McDonald's, I got questions for you. 800-222-KABC, 1-800-222-5222. It's totally open. Okay, I'm trying not to do that, but that's what I think about. Let's go to Marco in Whittier. Marco, hello.
Hey, Randy, favorite burger place would be Red Robin. Hands down, their teriyaki burger is amazing, and their drinks are cheap. But
do they still have the bottomless fries too? When I was a kid, that was my favorite aspect of Red Robin, was you could have as much fries as you want.
Yeah, they do, and it's just great. But hey, Randy, you're gonna get a kick out of what I'm gonna tell you now if you don't already know it. I'm driving down 7th Street in L.A. I'm driving through all that whole area where the homeless are living and all that, and I noticed that the smart people running that city decided to give more privileges to the bicyclists that don't exist. So at each corner on 7th and Los Angeles Street and 7th and Alameda, around for about 4 blocks, they decided to, picture this, they decided to take the corner when you make a right turn from 7th Street to Wendy Street right there. They made a little island about a half foot high away from the normal sidewalk. So it would create a pathway for a bicyclist to make a right turn. No clue what they did that. And people are running into those like you not believe, right? They're making a right turn and wham! They're hitting the sidewalk. I mean, I couldn't wait to call you and tell you about this. I've been wanting to call you for about a month, and he's going to get a kick out. Can you imagine the asinine thinking of who was at the city council? Hey, let's get an island going, and people are going to run into it. You see the marks from people hitting it all over. It's just horrible. So anyway, fair warning to anybody.
This is what happens, Marco. Marco, this is what happens when the streets are now being designed by people who hate cars.
Yeah, well, it started with Villaraigosa, that moron, when he used to be able to take 7th Street from Los Angeles Street to Figueroa. You'd cross it in 5 minutes. Now it's half an hour because he decided to do the bike lanes and the single lane and no left turn. And that guy was, man, I'm glad he's out of there, but everybody else after him followed suit. Hey, great show. Love your show. Take care.
Thank you so much for the call, Marco. Call us again. Appreciate it. 800-222-KABC is the phone number. It's totally open phones here. Let's go to Jonathan in Hollywood. Jonathan, hello.
Hey, Randy. Congratulations on the show. You're doing a great job. Thanks for holding down the fort.
Thank you.
So, Hillstone Restaurant Group has a bunch of different restaurants, Houston's, Gulfstream, R&D Kitchen, all throughout Southern California. I usually go to the location in Beverly Hills called South Beverly Grill. They have a hamburger that is to die for. I usually don't even eat red meat, and I make an exception for that burger. Again, I don't know what all they put in it, but it is awesome. Totally awesome.
And you're saying these guys are the same guys behind Houston's in Pasadena?
Exactly. Houston's, R&D Kitchen, Gulfstream. I mean, they've got a bunch of different named restaurants to avoid all the franchising laws in California. But essentially, the menu is practically the same wherever you go. And I go to South Beverly Grill, like I said, in Beverly Hills. It's got the burger, and it is fantastic.
Yeah, I'm looking at a picture of it right now. It looks incredible. That South Beverly Grill, that is Jonathan's best burger in Southern California. Thanks for the call. Appreciate it. 800-222-KABC is the phone number. Totally open phones, but if you got a burger recommendation, since we're all talking burgers this week, I'd love to hear it. Let's go to Roger in La Habra. Roger, hello.
Hey, what's up, Randy? How you doing?
Doing great.
Hey, let's talk about that 99-cent store. It all comes down to, man, I know the inflation, $20 an hour, but to me, it's from all this theft. When you tell the employees and security not to touch, don't look at them, let them go away, what else is going to, it's not rocket science. It's not rocket science, man. What do you think?
Well, I think especially for any other retail chain, people who steal for a living know that there's definitely no security at a 99-cent store. They're mostly understaffed, so the one employee that's working there, he's not going to be able to do anything about it. She's not going to be able to do anything about it. And some of these stores, because there's so little employees, you have the boxes and the pallets of inventory just sitting on the store floors, and it would be very easy to walk out with a box of that stuff.
It's a sign of the times, man. Hey, well, Randy, like I said, are aliens real? You're a sensible, reasonable man. Are aliens real? What do you think? And I'll leave you with that question.
Well, I'm going to tell you that I have no idea. Thank you so much for the call, Roger. Appreciate it. I mean, it's something I do not think about. Is it possible? Sure. But have we seen evidence of it? I don't think so. Is there a massive cover-up? I doubt it, because I see how incompetent our government is at the local, state, and federal level, and there's no way they could be good enough to cover up something that huge. But you know what? Maybe I should listen to Coast tonight, and maybe I'll have my opinion changed. Let's go to John in Santa Monica. John, hello.
Hey, Randy, you can't use alien anymore. You got to say newcomer.
That's great.
Now, Monday is the total eclipse of the sun, and there's a Don McLean song you can use for bumper music on Monday, Total Eclipse of the Sun. So that's just throw out there as an info item to all your great listeners. And I want to put a thing out, and you'd spin it your way. I am a Trumper. I am going to re-register to the We the People Party, which helps Kennedy get on the ballot in California, and I think that's a smart play. Voting for Trump in California is like lighting your ballot on fire. So I am suggesting, and maybe you can make this a show or a topic with your listeners or the John Show, and find out how many Trump voters, which are very many in the KABC listening audience, want to use the strategy of helping Kennedy get on the ballot in California to put a ding in Biden. I think it's a great strategy because you need 70,000 people to register for We the People, and then that puts him on the ballot with his own party. That's his own party. Party.
Well, if that happened, it would be interesting. It's definitely a strategy to think about if you're trying to game it that way. Thanks for the call, John. Appreciate it. I just don't really have an opinion on it, but good for you. I am trying to ignore the national election as much as I can until about October. Let's go to Vera in Lawndale. Vera, hello.
Hi, you're getting just way too popular. I called earlier about the 99 cent. I have history with that. My niece took care of the founder of that company's grandkids. When he sold that company, the prices changed from 99 cents to $9.99, $7.99, $6.99, and beyond. I raised my grandkids, my daughters out of there. We used to buy Snicker candy bars, put them in the freezer, put them in a hard case. They would take them to school. We bought them for $1, and they sold them for 70 cents. A regular Snickers in the market cost practically $1.29. They made plenty of money, okay? Kids are not going to let the expiration date stop them from eating a candy bar that has 3 months life still in it. Anyway, that's part of my history, but part of the history of the 90s, he started that company by buying companies that changed their labeling, expiration dates. He would buy thousands of dollars worth of this stuff, put it in his warehouse, bring it into the stores, and then sell them for pennies on. He made his money. When they changed ownership, that's when the change came in for a 99-cent store. That's what destroyed 99 cents. But the original founder of it, he was already retired. I'm not sure if he was dead, but it was out of his hands. It was a
It
whole
was successful
different
with him. It was not successful when they stopped making it a 99-cent store. I totally agree with you, Vera. Thank you so much for the call. Appreciate it. And yep, now I'm going to be thinking about how good a frozen Snickers is for the rest of the show. Oh, a candy bar in the freezer. There's something about it. I just love it. Of course, I try not to eat that, but I can still think about it. Can't gain any weight thinking about how good that is. 800-222-KABC is the phone number. It's totally open phones here. You want to talk about the 99-cent store? You can. You want to talk about financial education for kids? You can. You want to talk about anything we talked about on the radio station this week or anything you think we should have talked about? Give us a call. And because it's happy hour, I want to know your favorite burger spot in Southern California. 800-222-KABC. It's the News Blitz with Randy Wang on Talk Radio 790 KABC. It's happy hour. It's Friday. That means totally open phones. And as a fun happy hour topic, since we're all thinking burgers with the fast food minimum wage law, what's your favorite burger joint in Southern California? 800-222-KABC. Let's go to Mike in Monrovia. Mike, hello.
Hello. Yeah, I wanted to give a shout out to a lady. She runs pop-ups, and it's Park Burger LA. And those burgers are to die for. But right now I heard she's down in that little arts district down there by Little Tokyo. But
Oh, yeah. So she does a pop-up and she goes around to different places.
Yeah, and she's really good. And I would tell you her story, but I think it'd be better to go get a burger and hear her story because it's really good. But, man, I got to go get another one.
So that's Park Burger LA?
Park Burger LA. It's on Instagram, yeah.
I just gave them a
It's
follow.
good.
All right, I'm going to check them out,
All
Mike.
right.
Thanks so much for the suggestion. Appreciate it. It's that simple. 800-222-KABC. It is the News Blitz with Randy Wang on Talk Radio 790 KABC. We're here every single day, 5 to 6, talking about the local issues that matter to you most and taking your phone calls. On Friday, it's totally open phones and it's happy hour. 800-222-KABC. You can talk about anything you'd like to blast away about. And I'm looking for best burger joints in Southern California. Since everyone's talking burgers this week, I'd love to know your favorite. I'll make sure to give them a follow on Instagram. So far, we have got quite a few, including the South Beverly Grill, gave them a follow. Park Burger LA gave them a follow. And Cassidy's in Newport Beach, which is Cassidy's Newport Beach. I looked at their Instagram page, and they list that they are the best burger in Orange County, best dive bar in Orange County. But they also list that they are the number one bar for Jaeger sales in all of California, which I believe. Let's go back to the phones. Joe in Calabasas. Joe, hello.
Hey, Randy, how you doing?
Doing great.
Good. Listen to you guys all the time. I listened to the report today from 6-7 stories. Amazing. Best burger in Southern California, in San Diego, Hodad's. A big sloppy burger that'll drip down your arms when you eat it, which tastes so good. You're going to go back for more. And then I just want to say our politicians need some common sense. You were talking about they want to give the traffic tickets to people who are non-uniform, non-policemen. That's crazy.
Well, on top of that, they don't want to just do that. They want, instead of tickets, to give people vouchers so they can get the fixes for free.
Exactly. Yep. Like I say, you guys are educating everybody, doing a great job. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Hodad's in San Diego. I just followed them on Instagram. Hodad's 1904. Let's go to Kim in Santa Monica. Kim, hello.
Hi, Randy. I love your show, and I can't get enough of you and John now. I just wanted to give you a little tidbit about the 99-cent store. Mr. Gold died recently, so everything kind of changed because of that. And also, Jonathan Gold is related to Mr. Gold. And not only him, but the Gold family of Heal the Bay. So they're all like part of this Gold family. And I just wanted to give you that heads up.
I had no idea. The whole Gold Empire.
Yeah, check it out. check it out. And you are right about the shrink thing. The Lincoln store in Venice closed. I actually would go in there. I would see people walking out with the hand carts or baskets running through the lot, stealing from the 99-cent store. It was ridiculous. But check out the whole Gold family. It's really cool. I love your show.
I'll look into it. Kim, thank you so much. Call us again. Appreciate it. 800-222-KABC is the phone number. This is the dream job. This is what I've always wanted to do for 18 years, and I'm doing it. So it's good times. Let's go to Rick in Pasadena. Rick, hello.
Hey, Randy. Like the show? I do miss my buddy Leo Terrell, but I like your show, and you and Johnny, man. You're like Butch and Sundance of the airwaves. So good, Steve.
Thank you.
But, shoot, I've been listening to you when you were back with Doug McIntyre. So I've been listening to you for a while. Anyhow.
Yeah, that goes back 10 years.
I live in Pasadena. I live in Pasadena, the burger mecca of Southern California. And we got them all here. We got Tom's, we got Tops. There was Slater's 50-50 at one time. Bar none, the best place is called a little joint called Super Burger on Altadena, just north of the 210. Little mom and pop place, old elderly couple. They're only the drawback. They're not open they open from like 10 to like 4 in the afternoon. They're not open on Sundays, but bar none. I've sucked down some burgers in 60 years, and the best burger around. They hand press the patties, season it with sea salt, pepper. Unbelievable. You got to try it.
I'm definitely gonna. I just followed them on Instagram, superburger_Pasadena. You're right. They're open Monday to Saturday, 10 a.m. to 3:30. But that sounds incredible. Rick, thanks so much for the call. Appreciate it. Guy goes all the way back 10 years that I've been on KABC. It's pretty cool. Let's go to Darren in West LA. Darren, hello.
Hey, Randy. Great show. I've been listening to you guys for quite a while now. Just wanted to give a shout-out to my local burger place called The Dough Room on Overland, over here in Palms, or West Los Angeles. Fantastic burgers. They've got 3 or 4 choices. They're all great.
The Dough Room on Overland.
That's correct.
All right. I'm giving them a follow. That sounds great. That's right near the radio station, actually, because we're in Culver City. Darren, thanks so much for the call. Appreciate it. 800-222-KABC is the phone number. It's totally open phones. You can talk about whatever you'd like. Something that we talked about on this show this week, something that we talked about on John's show this week, something you think we should have talked about, or, of course, burger recommendations, because let's all get fat together. 800-222-KABC is the phone number. Hey, moderation. I should point out, by the way, I got a message on my Facebook from Will, and Will wants to remind me once again that the new smash burger at Jack in the Box is amazing. And I've heard about it, and I've seen the commercials for it, and I'm so scared to get it. I'm sure it's good, but I don't want to break that seal. I have been off the drive-thrus for a year, and every time I take a long break from the drive-thrus and I get back on, well, it's like a cokehead who got sober and then gets an 8-ball and does the whole thing in about 10 minutes. I don't want that to be me. So I'm going to have to live vicariously through you if you like that smash burger, William. Let's go to Scorpio in San Jose. Scorpio, hello.
Hey, Randy, thanks for taking my call. Congratulations on staying off of fast food. I've been off it for about 20 years now. Yeah, best thing ever. Just stay away from the stuff. I've slipped in a few times a year. I'll do the Five Guys or the other place, the In-N-Out. But the reason in my call is I'm not hearing enough about the Otani deal right now. If anyone else had that close relationship with illegal gambling or gambling alone in the sports industry, they would be suspended until they resolve it, wouldn't they?
Well, I think there would definitely be a bigger investigation, but it does seem like that the Dodgers are trying to make this story go away as quickly as possible because they have invested so much money into him. And it seems though everything that happens to Shohei, because he's a Dodger now, because of that contract, is getting held under a microscope. Now there's a whole controversy about the people that caught the first home run ball yesterday.
Yeah. So one more bit about that. So add to the controversy. There's no money other than their advertising on Shohei. They deferred all their payments to this guy until after he leaves, so that he won't have to pay California income tax. So that in itself is, just because MLB is permitting it doesn't mean that our governor or whoever's in charge of the state income tax, they should be going after this guy hard.
Oh, you know what? I believe there actually are members in the assembly that are looking into that specifically because of Shohei. They might even call it Shohei's Law.
That'd be awesome. Hey, can I do one more thing here? So I was watching the yes or no. Okay, I was watching the game the other night with my son, and we're watching, and oh man, the guy, he is an athlete, right? He's super tall. He's got all kinds of game, and we were saying, what if he's doping? Do you think he might be doping? And then we were saying, he said, my son said something about like a post game interview of him being asked that question, and he said, "Oh no, the steroids are my bookies. They're my bookie steroids." And they're like, "Your bookies?" I mean, my translator. Anyway,
that's great. Scorpio, thanks so much for the call. I'll talk to you soon. Thanks for calling. Call again, buddy. 800-222-KABC is the phone number. Totally open phones. Bob in Newport Beach. Bob, hello.
Yes, hello. First off, I just want to say, the reason I listen to your show a lot is you're easy on the politics, you're easy on the religion, you're on local politics, you're not hard on preaching politics and religion. That's what I love about your show, and keep it up. Local restaurants, there's a place on Beach Boulevard in Huntington Beach called Mama's. That's really good. They have drinks. They have probably the best hamburgers, I would say, that I've tasted around here. Also, for ideas for anybody that wants to make good chili burgers, put New Mexico chili strips on a burger. It'll get you every time. There's a place in Las Cruces, New Mexico, that sells chili burgers, and what they do is they cut the little strips and they put them on the hamburger. And I'm telling you, man, that's the greatest. Also, I'd like to say there was a place in, can I say Kauai? In Kauai, there was a place called Bubba's. I don't know if it was the location with a burger. I mean, location has a lot to do with, what you eat. I mean, you eat pizza on the beach, you eat a hamburger on the beach, nothing better than that. There's a place called Bubba's. But the chili burgers, I'm telling you, somebody come out and make New Mexico chili burgers. I'll tell you what, I'll be there all day long. I'll even have them for breakfast.
Bob, I was literally thinking about that the other day because, as you know, I go to Santa Fe, New Mexico like 3 or 4 times a year. And one of the things about New Mexico is the green chili cheeseburgers. Everyone's got their special one. In fact, in September, they do the New Mexico green chili cheeseburger smackdown where all the best restaurants in the state compete in Santa Fe at Santa Fe Brewing Company. Why aren't there more people doing New Mexican style food here in Southern California? Maybe we got to open one up.
Yeah, have you ever been to Hatch?
Oh yeah.
Have you ever been to Hatch?
I've been through Hatch. I know there's a place in there that's supposed to be amazing.
There's a festival they have in September that's I mean, you might gain about 20 pounds, but what the heck, you come jog when you come back on the beach or something, But really good food.
For the amount of food that I eat in Santa Fe, I walk 10 miles a day and I burn it all off. Bob, thanks so much for the call. Appreciate it. Yes, green chili cheeseburger is my favorite cheeseburger. And I don't know anybody that does it out here. So, if I make a little more money, that'll be the thing I do. I'm always, when I'm on vacation, thinking, you know what California really needs? California really needs a whole bunch of places that are like the fast food in Texas or the burger places in Santa Fe. Because, we have so many different categories of food, so much variety here. But, up until home state 10 years ago, you couldn't get a breakfast taco out here. All right, Rocco, you got about 30 seconds. Rocco, give me a burger place.
Hey, Randy. Fun Burger in Santa Clarita Valley or Simi Valley, 2 locations. Get the Fun Burger cheese bomb, put smoky barbecue, smoky bacon, and put a fried egg on it.
That sounds incredible. Rocco, thank you so much for the call. Appreciate it. Just gave them a follow. Fun Burger Beer Bar. Well, that'll do it for this week. Thank you so much for putting up with me for 20 hours of solo broadcast radio. I think we took calls every single hour, all 3 of John's hours every single day. And of course, we take calls every single day on this show. So this is the best audience in talk radio. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. And now it's time to enjoy the weekend. Let's take you out with the drop of the week. Gavin Newsom.
And increasingly across the globe.
We'll see you Monday, noon to 3 for the John Phillips Show, 5 to 6 for the News Blitz on 790 KABC. Have a good weekend.